More than ever, we're short of workers. We have a population that is not reproducing it on its own with the same level that it used to. The only way we're going to have a great future in America is if we welcome and embrace immigrants, the dreamers, and all of them, because our ultimate goal is to help the dreamers, but get a path to citizenship for all 11 million or however many undocumented there are here. And we will be pursuing that.
We need immigrants in this country. Forget the fact that the farm, that our vegetables would rot in the ground if they weren't being picked by many immigrants, many illegal immigrants. The fact is that the birth rate in this country is way below replacement level, which means our population is going to start shrinking. And the ratio of people on Social Security and Medicare is going to increase relative to the number of people supporting them. This is a problem faced by every major country in the world. Few countries, however, have the means to solve this problem through immigration. People want to immigrate to the United States. They do not want to immigrate to China or Russia. We are very lucky in that respect, and we should promote it and regulate it properly rather than denounce it ignorantly.
Hey there, Patriots. This is Terrell Patriot coming at you with another one. What I just played you was two clips. One from Chuck Schumer and one from Jerry Nadler, both Democratic leftist shills in New York. But before I continue and get into the context of this all, I just want to thank all my new subscribers and all my subscribers here on YouTube and on Rumble. And also, if you comment, like, share, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, that'd be greatly appreciated. And if you pass the channel around. Also, if you want to help support the channel, there's a link to my in my description to my Cash App and PayPal, and a link to my merch store where I have a design of one of my t-shirts out there now. But with that being said, right here what you're hearing is what the Democrats' plans are, okay? And I find it so damn ironic that, you know, they will come out and say that we need more immigrants in this country, more illegal immigrants in this country, okay? Chuck Schumer saying we got to find them all a path to citizenship, and we need them. And you got Jerry Nadler saying, you know, we have nobody, you know, to work on the farms, and the birth rate of Americans is low. Well, before I show my next clip, I just want to like try to explain to the people, and I'm sure that everybody's well aware. You know, I find it, not only do I find it ironic, I find it just totally bombastic and disgusting from the Democrats, the way they do things. You know, for so many years, they have fed into the minds of young Americans, especially American women, okay, females, about, you know, you shouldn't have a family, you should follow your career, you know, it's going to be hard, or you don't have to, you know, be with the father of your child because you can collect welfare, telling boys they could be girls, girls they can be boys, okay, saying that, you know, we need to pull back on eating red meat, that the climate is changing, the world's coming to an end, and on and on and on, and you can't make it in America because, you know, you're not making enough money, but trust us, we'll get you the jobs. And then when they get hired and they get, you know, elected, you know, they make things harder on the economy for everybody, raising up taxes while, you know, not really helping Americans get off their feet, okay, helping them to thrive, giving them a break on taxes, maybe even giving out more and more and more, you know, money for first-time home buyers or business owners. Nothing to that effect to help Americans boost up and maybe want to say, you know what, I'm ready. Maybe I'll have a family because things are good. No, they won't do anything like that. Nothing like that. Okay? But yet they'll go and they'll take taxpayer money, okay, And as we've seen, okay, this is not just me, we've seen in all the states, I mean, this is going on, hundreds of billions of dollars to this very second that I'm making this video that is being spent on illegal immigrants that are coming into this country. Okay? In Chicago alone, there's no secret that they're giving up to $9,000 per family of illegals. I believe it's a husband, woman, and up to 2 children, something like that. Okay? There is a viral TikTok going around of this immigrant woman who's here alone with her child, and she's bragging about that it's so hard to get out there and make money that she doesn't care what anybody says because the government's giving her money, and it's just easier for her to stay in bed because she's getting so used to the money she doesn't want to get out of bed. Okay? So the clip that I showed you from Chuck Schumer, he made that announcement in November of 2022. Okay, Jerry Nadler, who knows when he said this, but it won't surprise me if he made it recently. But I just think that, you know, for the Democrats to keep coming out and keep putting lipstick on this pig, making it seem as if Americans are racist or whatever the case is like, look at what's going on. Look at the poverty that we have among American people. Look at the problems that American people are having just trying to keep up with bills and keep up with inflation. But yet they cater to all these illegal immigrants, giving them whatever it is that they want just to get the vote. And then they're going to try to spin it around and say, well, we need illegals here because Americans, they're not breeding. They're not breeding. Well, how the hell do you expect Americans to breed if you're telling boys they could be girls and girls they could be boys? If you're taxing the living crap out of all of us just to give it away to other countries, Ukraine, amongst other countries, just to give it to illegals when they get here, just to pay for room and board for them, food, just to, like, you know, give to everybody else. But the people that deserve it and the people that want to have families, the people that it rightly belongs to. But we can't have that. That's what the Democrats are saying. We can't have that. No, there's no way. We're just going to push you guys along and we're going to come in with a new herd. Okay? Now, they want all these illegals here, and I've always been saying for the longest, not all of them are bad. I get it. But the influx of millions, I mean, you heard Chuck Schumer, that was in 2022. He said it was about 11 million or whatever, and I think he slipped on that. That's why he said 11 million or whatever number, because he knew that when Donald Trump said there was over 11 million illegals here, okay, Chuck Schumer, the Democrats, said, no, that's not true, that's not true. I think that when he said that, he slipped, because they know the real damn numbers. So if that was in 2022, that was 11 million. One of the videos I put out not so long ago, yesterday or the day before, okay, by, I forgot his name. He was part of Working on the Border, okay. Forgive me for having a, brain freeze. Last year alone in 2023, there was over 3.2 million more that came in. So that's nearly 15 million illegals that our government is catering to. 15 million. And yet they won't help out Americans. You never hear about it on the news? About the Democrats helping, I don't know, maybe 100 families at once, 1,000 families at once? No, that we don't have that in the budget. But we sure as shit have enough to help out 15 million. And counting. Okay? And those are the two guys that are representing New York. Okay? Not to mention the way Eric Adams is saying, oh, everything is great in New York. Jobs are up, crime is down, everything's safe, everything's clean. Cleaner streets, everything's great. Really? I wonder. Because as of yesterday, this news clip came out. And I don't know. I'll let you guys figure it out. Here we go.
Well, new questions tonight over the safety and living conditions near a migrant shelter on Randall's Island.
All right, the latest incident caught by our camera.
Anybody see this man carrying this lifeless woman in his arms? This is Randall's Island. This is where a guy, one of the illegal immigrants was killed, what, last week or something like that? By a group of other illegals that surrounded him and they started stabbing him up. And we're back here again. This was yesterday. Here we go.
Involves a woman being carried away after suffering some sort of medical incident in the freezing cold.
This comes after a man was stabbed yesterday. Jessica Formoso has the latest.
Oh, wait, what was that? Did they say what? Another stabbing? But wait a minute. Eric Adams said crime is down. Oh, he must mean crime like Americans on Americans. Or I don't know exactly what he might be saying. But anyway, let's continue.
A police presence was visible tonight on Randall's Island, a day after a man was stabbed in the neck. Cell phone video given to us by a migrant shows the chaos. This woman had just walked in when she saw the victim screaming for help. The man was stabbed. He was screaming, saying he was stabbed in the neck by one of the security guards. She did not want to be identified, but says a group of Venezuelan men got into some type of argument that escalated into a fight. Security got involved. You can see them in the video wearing the yellow vests. 18 people were arrested.
Este es el albergue de la matazón.
They call this place the death shelter, said Angel, who arrived in New York Friday morning. He was placed here at Randall's Island, but says from the moment he walked in, people told him to watch his back.
Antes que me vaya a pasar algo a mí.
Before something happens to me, I'd rather be somewhere else. I'm going to ask to be transferred to another shelter, or if they can get me on a flight to another state. Migrants we spoke to say they sleep with one eye open and one eye shut, fearing they will be attacked. This stabbing comes less than 2 weeks after a 24-year-old man was stabbed to death inside this same shelter.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Mayor Adams, Gotham's mayor. Everything's good? Jobs are up, crime is down, the streets are clean? Really? Let's continue.
Reached out to City Hall asking if they are aware of how unsafe some migrants feel, but we have not heard back. As we were out here reporting on the stabbings, our camera caught the moment a migrant woman suffered a medical emergency.
Estaba inconsciente.
She was unconscious, just kept having seizures, said this migrant who came to her aid but did not want to be identified. The young woman, who they call Dani, has been living in one of these tents steps away from the city's makeshift shelter for weeks. According to those who live with her, they say she was complaining of the cold moments prior to suffering the seizure. And we still don't know the condition of that young lady who suffered that medical emergency. All we know is that she was taken to a local hospital. At Randall's Island, I'm Jessica Formoso, Fox 5 News.
Well, there you have it, folks. This is what so many Americans are against. Are the Democrats against it? No, they got your vote. They don't care. You know, I said it once and I'll say it again. Anybody, be it a politician, be it a priest, a nun, be it a minister, be it some social worker, I don't give two craps who it is. Anybody that is for all this illegal immigration, all this blood is on your hands. Every American that gets attacked, every American that dies from fentanyl coming across the border, every American that gets raped or gets murdered or gets robbed, by the criminal element that's coming in, that blood falls on your hands. Every illegal that attacks another illegal, and now they're murdering each other in these shelters and fighting with each other in these shelters and not getting the proper care that they need. They got them all out in the freezing rain, in the cold, in the snow and all that falls on you. Not Greg Abbott, not Donald Trump, not MAGA supporters, not Republicans, not conservatives, on you. It falls on you and on every damn rhino Republican. Because you guys want open borders. You guys want to change the vote. You guys want to push out Americans. You want to hold the American person down, the American citizen. You want to take away from their right, okay, to live the American dream, just to give it to somebody else that has not put anything into the coffers. And now what do you have? You have people on both sides suffering. Americans and illegal immigrants suffering now. Anyway, that's what I got for you. Please comment, like, share, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, pass it around. You know, people, I said in one of my other videos, the footage that I can put out, I can keep pumping it out. It's all over the place, and it's just nonstop. It's nonstop. It's not getting better. Don't let the mainstream media lie to you. Okay? You know, the governor of Illinois tried to send word to Governor Abbott saying, can you please shut down the border for like 2 weeks because, you know, the winter season. And Greg Abbott basically told him in so many words to kick rocks and told him, I'll shut the border down. I'll stop sending the migrants to Chicago when you tell Biden to shut down the border. That's basically what it is. They can end all this chaos, but they won't. Plain and simple. You know, I said in one of my other videos about when that one guy got killed 2 weeks ago, he got stabbed, that it's a street mentality to do something like that. Okay? Now you got another guy that was stabbed in the neck. You know, the average person doesn't get up. Me being born and raised in the streets, you don't get up and you get into a confrontation with somebody and automatically pull out a knife and try to stab somebody. That's very up close and personal. Okay? When you got guys like this coming into our country and they're willing to do it to each other, they'll do it to anybody. Why? Because, once again, Trump was right. They're letting in a lot of criminals. And this is why people need to be vetted. This is why the border needs to be closed. The port of entries need to be open and people need to go through, wait their turn. This is not just some guy got upset and decided to grab a knife and stab somebody. He already had something to stab somebody. Wake up, people. Now, I'm not saying all these immigrants that are coming in like that, no, but it keeps being proven time and time and time again. There is a large criminal element crossing that border. So remember, stay vigilant, keep praying, and keep praying for each other. Peace.